Attention duelists! Phoenix here, bringing you the Master Duel Monday. Watch and learn. Let's get right into it. Hope you all are having a good one on this Monday. Kaiju Gadget. Opponent activates the Bestial Rebellion, pitching itself, adding Bestial Magnamut. Activate Branded Opening, pitching Branded Opening, summoning Alibur, Jester of Despia. Alibur will add Branded Fusion. Activate Branded Fusion. Oh wow, we're seeing ratios. Fusing Fallen of Albaz with Tri-Brigade Mercurier, making Rindbrum the Striking Dragon. Using the effect of Magnamut, targeting Mercurier, banishing it. Magnamut's effect will activate to activate an end phase. Mercurier was banished, so its effect will activate. Lets them add Blazing Cartesia the Virtuous. Cartesia will summon herself, then use her effect to fuse herself with Magnamut, making Granola. Granola uses effect, sending away Brigrand. Player then activates Branded in red, targeting Fallen of Albaz. Add it back to hand. Fuse Granola with the Fallen of Albaz, making Mirror Jade the Iceblade Dragon. Mirror Jade will use its effect, getting rid of Albion. Rindbrum will chain its effect, negating Mirror Jade's effect to banish. Brigrand during the end phase will add a Tri-Brigade Mercurier to the hand. And Albion will set a Branded Regained. Cartesia the Virtuous will return herself to the hand. Bestial Magnamut will add Bestial Rebellion from graveyard back to hand. And pass turn, ending with 3 monsters on board, 1 back row, and still has 4 cards in hand. Although we do know what most of them are. Opponent's turn. Starts with Pot of Desires, banishing 10. Draws 2. Activates Luminous Spark. Usage rate of 0.042%. That's just funny. Summons Jizukira by tributing Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade's effect will activate to blow up during the end phase. Summons another Jizukira. Summons Gold Gadget. Its effect activates. Mercurier will chain. Mercurier negating the Gold Gadget. Activates Leeching Light, which apparently has a 0.0005% chance. Select one offensive light monster your opponent controls. All attacks from monster you control gain attack equal to it. Oh my god, I see what you do now. Big Jizukira slims over Little One, and Gold Gadget swings over Rindbrum. End phase, Mirror Jade blows up the board. Passes turn. Branded player activates Branded Regained, uses Bestial Rebellion's effect, pitching itself, adding Saranir. Uses Saranir's effect, targeting the opponent's Jizukiro. Saranir on board. Branded Regained will put Jizukiro back into the deck, let them draw 1. Bestial Rebellion will summon itself by tributing Saranir. Saranir will send away Branded Retribution. Bestial Rebellion will set Branded Beast, activates Fusion Deployment, showing Mirror Jade, summoning Fallen of Albaz, turning Alibur to attack mode. Uses Cartesia's effect, summoning herself. She then does a fuse of Alibur and Fallen of Albaz for Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Branded Retribution will banish itself on Venom's summon to add back Branded in red. Summons Alibur. Alibur adds Branded in white. Moves to battle, swings with Starving Venom, swings with Cartesia, Alibur, and the Bestial Rebellion for game. Branded Bestial beats Kaiju Luminous Spark? Yeah, I guess that's what we'll call it. Wild, the ideas these people have. Move on to the next one. Another Branded Bestial. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those these days. Uses Lubellion's effect, pitching itself, adding Magnamut. Use Magnamut's effect. Max C will chain to Magnamut. Ash Blossom chaining to Max C. Max C negated. Magnamut will go through, banishing Bestial Rebellion, summoning itself. Its effect will activate for the end phase. Activate Branded Fusion, sending away another Bestial Rebellion and Fallen of Albaz, making Albion the Branded. Albion the Branded will then be tributed for Bestial Lubellion in the grave. Bestial Lubellion's effect will activate, but be stopped by the opponent's Imperm. End phase, Albion the Branded will set a Branded Beast, and Magnum will let them add Druis Worm. Duelist A draws. Uses the effect of Swap Frog, pitching a Nimble Beaver, and then on Swap Frog 7 will send Ronin Totem to the grave. Activates Branded Beast, tributing Magnamut, popping the Swap Frog. Ronin Totem will banish Swap Frog and attempt to summon itself. Maxi is activated. Hit by, called by. Ronin Totem will go through completely unimpeded. Totem on board. Specials out Sprite Jet from hand. Jet will add Sprite Starter. Jet and Rodin will overlay together for Gigantic Sprite. Activate Sprite Starter, summoning Sprite Blue. Blue will add Sprite Pixies. That's unusual. Moves to battle. Gigantic swings at Bestial Lubellion. Pixies will pitch itself, increasing Gigantic Sprite's attack points. Sprite Blue goes direct. Main phase 2, Gigantic will detach a material, summon a Swap Frog. Swap Frog will send away a Swap Frog. Then Swap Frog on board and Gigantic will make Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf will summon back Nimble Beaver. Ronin Totem in grave will banish a Swap Frog to summon itself back. Blue and Ronin will overlay for Melfi of the Forest. Melfi of the Forest will detach a material, add Melfi Caddy to hand. Ronin Totem in grave will banish another Swap Frog, summon itself back again. Ronin Totem and Nimble Beaver are going to link together for IP Masquerena. During the end phase, Melfi Caddy will special summon itself. Branded player's turn, draws Maxi, not a great one off the top, uses Bestial Druis Worm, targeting their own Magnamut. Sprite Elf will chain, targeting its own Sprite Jet. Jet is summoned to the board, Druis Worm hits the board, Magnamut is banished. Jet's effect will activate with Caddy chaining. Caddy bounces itself back to the hand, add Penny to hand. Jet add a Sprite Smashers to hand. Melfi of the Forest will activate, targeting Druis Worm. Druis Worm will then be tagged out for Bestial Lubellion using its effect. And then Druis Worm, because it was sent to Graveyard, will target a special summon monster the opponent controls and send that to the Graveyard, targeting Sprite Jet. Melfi Penny will chain, using its effect to summon itself and then sync with a Melfi monster in the hand, which is Caddy, syncing together for a level 4, Herald of the Arclight. Druis Worm gets rid of Jet. IP Masquerena will then use her effect to link summon on the opponent's turn, using herself, Melfi of the Forest, and Sprite Jet, making Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess with 3 materials, and that is smaller than Bestial Lubellion. Did you think that all the way through? Bestial Lubellion punches over Appaloosa, straightforward, passes turn. Duelist A draws, summons out Sprite Jet, links Jet and Herald of the Arclight together for a second Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf will target Sprite Blue in the grave. Branded player firing off the second Maxi. Maxi resolves this time. Blue is on board. Blue will add the third Jet to their hand. Jet will then special summon itself. Jet will add Sprite Gamma Burst. Moves to battle. Blue swings, activates Gamma Burst. Blue and Bestial will bounce off of each other, crash off each other. And then Jet and Sprite Elf will go direct with their boosted stats for game. Melfi Sprite beats Branded. Branded Thunder Dragons. Duelist A uses Swap Frog, pitching Nimble Angler. Angler's effect will activate, Swap Frog chaining. Swap Frog will send away Ronin Totem. Nimble Angler will summon a Nimble Beaver. They will then normal summon another Nimble Beaver from their hand, which will summon back the Nimble Angler from the grave. Swap Frog and Nimble Beaver will link together for Sprite Sprind. Sprite Sprind will use its effect, sending away Nimble Angler. Angler's effect will activate again, summoning another Nimble Beaver. Beaver and Sprite Sprind will then overlay for Gigantic Sprite with a big body. Gigantic Sprite will use its effect. Ash Blossom Chaining. Ash Blossom say, no adding. Specials out Sprite Jet. Sprite Jet will add Sprite Smashers. Activate Sprite Starter, summoning Sprite Blue. Blue's effect will activate, adding Sprite Carrot. Nimble Beaver and Sprite Jet are going to link together for Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf will summon back Swap Frog. Swap Frog on summon will send away another Swap Frog. Nimble Angler and Sprite Blue are going to overlay for Melfi of the Forest. Melfi of the Forest will detach Sprite Blue, adding Melfi Puppy. Ronin Totem and Grave will banish a Swap Frog, summon itself back. Then Ronin Totem and Swap Frog are going to link together, making IP Masquerena. Specials out Sprite Carrot, sets a card. Melfi Puppy will summon itself from the hand. Passes to the opponent, who draws Thunder Dragon. Uses Bestial Rebellion, pitching itself, adding Bestial Druid Worm. Uses Thunder Dragon, pitching itself, adding Thunder Dragon. Use Thunder Dragon again, pitching itself to add Thunder Dragon. Use Bestial Druid Swarm, targeting the opponent's Sprite Jet, summoning it. Melfi Puppy will then activate, bouncing itself back to hand, summoning Melfi Penny. Melfi of the Forest will activate to negate Druid Swarm's effect. Still during the battle phase, uses Bestial Saronir, banishing Sprite Blue. The opponent's board is too full to make use of Sprite Elf to be able to avoid losing those monsters. As they go to battle, Saronir will swing at Elf, and the opponent will activate Sprite Smashers, getting rid of Sprite Starter and their Melfi of the Forest to banish Saronir. Moving to main phase 2, Druisworm will be tributed to summon back Bestial Lubellion. Druisworm's effect will activate, targeting Sprite Elf, whose effect will chain, targeting Swap Frog. Elf resolves, Swap Frog is summoned. Druisworm sends away Elf. Summons Thunder Dragon Matrix. Links Matrix off for Relinquished Anima, targeting Penny. Thunder Dragon Matrix will activate to add Thunder Dragon Matrix. Anima will use its effect, stealing Penny. Bestial Lubellion will set Branded Beast. Thunder Dragon Hawk will be discarded to summon back Thunder Dragon. IP Masquerena will then use its effect. And Branded Beast will chain, targeting IP Masquerena and tributing Bestial Lubellion. Masquerena is destroyed. Thunder Dragon and Anima will then be linked together for Dark, the Dark Charmer Gloomy. Dark will use its effect, summoning IP to their field. Then link summoning with IP and Dark, making Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker will target IP, gain 2,000 attack points, banish Anima, pop Gigantic Sprite. Pass turn. Not bad. Opponent summons Sprite Jet. Jet will add Sprite Starter. Activate Sprite Starter, summoning Sprite Blue. Blue's effect will activate, add Sprite Red. Special out Red. Swap Frog and Sprite Jet are going to link together, making a second Sprite Elf. Elf will use its effect, targeting IP, summons IP back. Ronin Totem and Grave will banish Swap Frog, summon itself. Ronin Totem and Sprite Blue will then overlay, make Onibimaru Soul Sweeper. Onibimaru will detach a unit, use its effect, getting rid of Access Code Talker. That's odd. Got distracted there for a second, gang. IP Masquerena and Sprite Carrot will overlay for Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite uses effect, sending Sprite Blue, special summoning Jet. Sprite Elf goes to battle, punch direct. Jet punch direct. Carrot punch direct. Onibimaru direct. And Gigantic Sprite direct for game. Sprite beats Branded Thunder Dragon. Although I was very impressed with the Thunder Dragon player's turn. Another Bestial Sprite. Opponent activates Foolish Burial. Sends away B-Trooper Scout Buggy. Activates B-Trooper Formation. Targeting Scout Buggy, summoning it back. Scout Buggy's on summon will activate. Summon another Scout Buggy. Crawler Soma will activate, targeting the summon back scout, the freshly summoned Scout Buggy. Flip it down, summon itself in defense mode. Use its effect during the main phase. Reduce this card's level by 2 or 4. Special summon Crawler monsters from different names, whose total is equal to the amount reduced by. It will summon Crawler Receptor and Crawler Spine. Then Crawler Soma and Scout Buggy will make Inzektor Piccofelina. Piccofelina will use her effect, pitching a card, and equipping Crawlers. Hang on a tick. I've lost the plot. Piccofelina will equip Resonance Insect onto Crawler Receptor. Crawler Receptor and Crawler Spine will then link together for Armor Horn, and then, because Resonance Insect was sent to Graveyard, its effect will activate, adding Doom Dozer to hand. Special out Doom Dozer by banishing 2 insects. Resonance Insect was banished. It will send away Goki Pole. Goki Pole was sent to Graveyard. Add Retaliating Sea to hand. B-Trooper Armor Horn will let them summon Retaliating Sea. Piccofelina will return 3 insects to the grave, from the grave to the deck to draw 1. Piccofelina and Armor Horn will then link together. Make Invincible Atlas. Now the player will use Bestial Baldrake, banishing Piccofelina to summon itself. Invincible Atlas will tribute Scout Buggy in order to summon Sting Lancer from the deck. Adds Fly and Sting to hand. Doom Dozer, Sting Lancer, and Retaliating Sea will all link together then. Make Seraphim Papillion. Papillion's effect will activate, gaining a counter for each material used for it. And Retaliating Sea will chain, adding Max Sea. Papillion gains 3 counters, sets a card, which is Fly and Sting, probably, and passes. Fires off Max Sea immediately during the opponent's draw phase. No responses. Player summons Melfi Penny. Melfi Penny and Bestial Baldrake will link together, making Sprite Elf. Uses Sprite Elf, summoning back Melfi Penny. Melfi Penny and Sprite Elf will then overlay together for Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite will detach a material, or it won't when it's hit by Ash Blossom, because you're feeding the Max C and haven't used your triple tactics yet. Now they use triple tactics, using its effect to draw 2. Specials out Sprite Jet, which it got from the draw. Chaining Sprite Starter. Starter summons blue. Jet adds Sprite Gamma Burst. Blue's effect will activate. Will be stopped by B-Trooper, Fly, and Sting. Goodbye, Blue. Activate Sprite Gamma Burst, increasing the attack points. Gigantic swings over Invincible Atlas. B-Trooper Formation will summon a B-Trooper token, which Jet will then punch over. During the end phase, Papillion will detach a counter from itself. Maxi chains, Maxi resolves. Papillion summons back Retaliating Sea. Passes back to the B-Trooper player. Activates Twin Twister, pitching Goki Pole. Targeting the opponent's Sprite Smashers. Smashers will chain. Papillion will chain to Smashers. Papillion summons Scout Buggy. Smashers target Jet and Papillion. Twister then goes through. Goki Pole was discarded, and Scout Buggy was summoned, so their effects will activate in sequence. Scout Buggy summons Scout Buggy. Goki Pole add Goki Boar. Summon Goki Boar. And thanks to Goki Pole's effect, this will then destroy the Gigantic. Moves his Retaliating Sea to attack mode. The Scout Buggies are then going to link together, making Piccofelina once more. Piccofelina, pitch Resonance Insect, equip Resonance Insect to Retaliating Sea, return 3 insects from graveyard to deck, draw a card. Piccofelina and Goki Boar will then link together. Make Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn and Retaliating Sea will then link together. Make Access Code Talker. Retaliating Sea's effect will activate. Resonance Insect will chain. Access Code Chain Link 3, targeting Unicorn to gain 3,000 attack points. adds Doomdozer. Retaliating C adds Max C. This game is all but over. Specials out Doomdozer. Resonance Insect was banished. And another one will activate because it's not a hard once per turn. Or even a once per turn. They will send away Crawler Spine and a Bottle Wasp Sting. Access code goes direct with Doomdozer for the follow-up, and that is game. B-Trooper beats Sprite. Bestial Sprite, I should clarify. Although I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Maybe I should play B-Troopers again. They were fun. Just a bunch of funny bugs. Ooh, that's a hard opener. Opponent summons Nimble Beaver. Beaver summons Beaver. Specials out Sprite Jet. A lot of Sprite today. Jet will add Sprite Starter. Activate Starter. Summoning Sprite Blue. Blue's effect. Add Sprite Red. Both the Beavers are going to link together, making Sprite Elf. Specials out Sprite Carrot. Sprite Blue and Sprite Jet will then overlay. Make Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite will detach a unit. Summons Capshell. Capshell and Gigantic will then link together, make Sprite Sprind. Sprind's effect will activate. Capshell Chaining to draw a card. Capshell draws. Sprind will send away Swap Frog. Sprite Elf will target the Swap Frog, summon it to the field. Swap Frog on summon will send away Ronin Totem. Sprite Red and Swap Frog will then overlay. Make Melfi of the Forest. Melfi of the Forest effect will activate, detach a unit. Add Melfi Caddy. Ronin Totem will banish Swap Frog to summon itself. Swap Frog and Melfi of the Forest will then link together. Make IP Masquerena. Sets 2 back row. During the end phase, Caddy will summon itself and passes. Player draws Vic Viper T301, activates Lightning Storm. Opponent will chain Sprite Starter. Sprite Elf will chain to the starter. IP will chain to Elf. IP using all the link monsters on board. Making Apo Bow. Capshell is summoned. Starter summons Pixies. Lightning Storm then blows up the rest of the back row. Activate 1 for 1, pitching Vic Viper. Max C will chain. And will resolve. 1 for 1, summons Numeron Wall. Melfi Caddy will chain to Numeron Wall summon. Numeron Wall will chain using its effect. Apo will say no. Caddy is returned to the hand. Penny is added to the hand. Penny's effect will then activate, summoning itself. They do not do the Synchro Summon. Passes turn. Player specials out Sprite Blue, which will add a Sprite Red. Capshell and Sprite Blue are going to link together. Make Sprite Elf. Capshell effect, draw a card. Special out Sprite Carrot. Special out Sprite Red. Turn Pixies to attack mode. Elf and Penny are going to overlay for Gigantic Sprite. Specials out a second Carrot. Swing with Carrot. Carrot. Red. Gigantic. Pixies. And Apo for game. Sprite beats Numeron. With one of the worst openers I think I could ever see a Numeron player have. Princess. Haven't seen one of you in forever. Opponent activates Foolish Burial, sending away Block Dragon. Uses Vernal Self of Awakening, pitching itself and Naturia Carmelia, adding Vernal Self of the Misty Seedlings. Carmelia is summoned by Awakening. Imperm on Carmelia's summon, negating its effect. Vernal Self of the Misty Seedlings will activate, pitching itself and Max C. Adding Vernal Self of the Awakening. That's Awakening. I got the wrong one. It was Flourishing Hills. That was the first one. Awakening will use its effect, pitching itself, and another Maxi to send Mole Cricket to the graveyard. They'll banish 3 Earth monsters to summon back Block Dragon. Block Dragon and Vernal Self of Awakening will then link together, making also the Earth Charmer immovable. Block Dragon's effect will activate. Add Adamancipator Seeker, Adamancipator Researcher, and Analyzer. Summons Analyzer. Analyzer does an Excavation. No hits. Seeker will then summon itself by its effect, do an Excavation. They got a hit. Summons Cardorhin. Cardorhin, Asa, and Camellia are then going to all link together, make Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. Adamancipator Seeker and Vernal Self Misty Seedlings will then sync together to make Naturia Beast. Mole Cricket in the graveyard will be summoned. Then tribute itself. Summon Bamboo Shoot. Adamancipator Researcher will summon herself, do an Excavation. Already got a hit. Summons Kwakimeru Guardian. Analyzer and Guardian are then going to sync together, make Adamancipator Risen Dragite. Banish 3 monsters, summon back Block Dragon. Block Dragon and Bamboo Shoot are going to link together for IP Masquerena. Block Dragon will banish 3 monsters again, summon itself back. Block Dragon and Researcher are then going to sync together, make Baron de Fleur. Banish 3 more, summon back Block Dragon, and there is a damn near unbreakable board here. Maybe it's time Dark Ruler No More came back. Player draws Nibiru. Bet you wish you had that last turn. Full passes. So, just so we're all clear, anytime the player activates a spell, Naturia Beast will stop that. Baron de Fleur is an Omni Negate. Adamancipator Risen Dragite is a spell trap negate. Appaloosa is 3 monster negations. IP can turn any of their monsters into a different Link monster. And Block Dragon is a fat booty. Arrantis player hard passes. Adamancipator Pile player goes all their monsters to attack mode, starts swinging IP, Block Dragon, Beast, and Dragite for game. Locked down super hard. Revenge Red activates Preparation of Rites, adding Revenge Red Slayer. Activates Revenge Red Origin, tributing Ben 10 for the Slayer. A card of basic rarity with an animation. Ben 10 was tributed. She will add Diviner of Herald to hand. Summons Diviner. Diviner will send away Herald of Arclight. Arclight will send away. Will add Revenge Red Evolution. Uses both of his monsters to make Ultimaya Zolkin. Slayer's effect will activate in order to add a Vendred send a Vendred monster from deck to graveyard, adding or Ravenous Revendred to the hand. Sent away Battle Lord. Ultimaya Zolkin will use its effect, summoning Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, because a spell trap was set on the field. Then activates Revenge Red Evolution, targeting Battle Lord, sending away a Battle Lord to summon the Battle Lord from the graveyard. Battle Lord, Battle Lord. Battle Lord and Ultimaya Zolkin will then link together for IP Masquerena. This is weird. Battle Lord's effect will activate, adding another Ben 10, sending away Hound Horde. Hound Horde will tribute Revenge Red Origin from the hand to summon itself to the field, activates Ravenous Vendred again. Sorry, first time. The other one they used was Vendred Evolution. This puts Revenants on board. And then summons Slayer, which will have both the effects of Revenants and Hound Horde. Passes turn. Not terrible. Just weird. Opponent sets this pendulum scale with Mystical Beast Master Cerberus, who will destroy itself to add Mystical Beast Jackal. Summons Jackal, sets Mystical Beast Jackal King in the scale, destroys itself, summoning Master Cerberus. Put Servant of Endymion in the scale. Slayer will activate, banishing Master Cerberus. And Master Cerberus. Nope, they just activate Chicken Game standard. They're gaining more spell counters. Slayer will banish the Servant of Endymion. Then Slayer and IP are going to link together. Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn's effect, pitch Ben 10. Target the Jackal. Revenge Red Slayer was sent to graveyard. Its effect will activate. Add a Revenge Red Origin. Send away a Venge Red Anima. Artifact Lancia will activate, tributing itself. Neither player can banish. Uses Chicken Game to draw a card. Passes turn to the Venge Red player. Uses Chicken Game, paying 1,000 to get a card. Uses Origin, getting rid of Battlelord to summon Battlelord. Battlelord will banish Revenge Red Evolution, declaring a monster, so the opponent can't use monster effects this turn. Battlelord and Nightmare will make access code Talker, and this game is over. Battlelord's effect will activate with access code chaining, targeting the Unicorn. Adds Revenge Red Slayer, sends away Scar of the Venge Red. Access code will get rid of Unicorn, pop the Chicken Game. Move to battle, swing access code 5300, and Clearwing Synchro for the finish. Venge Red beats Endymion. We got a Utopia Oko here. Summon Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk goes to defense mode, pitches into the void. Summons ZS Ascended Sage, sets Destruct Potion. Makes Utopia using the monsters they have on board. Utopia will add Utopia Force because it was made with the Ascended Sage. Utopia then goes into Utopia Ray. Use Rank Up Magic, targeting Utopia Ray, turning it into Utopia Dragonar. Dragonar uses its effect, detaching materials, summoning number 100 Numeron Dragon. Utopia Force will equip itself to the Numeron Dragon. Dragon does its effect, bumping up its attack points to 13,000. Passes turn. During the opponent's draw phase, activate Destruct Potion, targeting Numeron. Chain Dragonar. This will summon Manipulator of Souls. Destruct Potion then destroys Dragonar. They gain 13,000 life points. Manipulator of Souls deals 13,000 damage. Dragonar Oko. Well. Oh yeah. One hit, not FTK. Talking out loud to myself. And you if you're watching. Hello. Exo Sister with not a great opener. Opponent is going to activate Dogmatica Nation, set 2 and pass. Draw Sophia. Uses Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Opponent crystal monsters, card. Look at extract. Banish all cards in their extract with the same name. And the card they showed was Kit Kalos, which they are just running that and... Oh wow, they're running Ghost Reaper for Kit Kalos, Mirror Jade, Gigantic, maybe Baguska. This is a weird deck list. They set their 2 Imperms, summon Sophia, special out Ellis, use Sophia's effect to draw a card, getting Stella. Sophia and Ellis are going to overlay, making Caspatel. Opponent activates Dogmatica Punishment, targeting Caspatel. Goodbye, Caspatel. Exo passes turn. Dogmatic player summons Ecclesia the Virtuous. Ash Blossom on Ecclesia. Ecclesia effect negated. Player activates Dogmatica Matrix, adding Albazoa. Moves to battle, Ecclesia swings, passes. What is your set card then? I wonder. Exo player draws Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, uses her again, showing Mirror Jade. The opponent had Mirror Jade. That's surprising. Other than that, Exo player passes. Flips up Dogmatica Adin. Adin and Ecclesia will both swing. Passes to the Exo player, draws Returnia. Set Returnia, pass. Goes a set card. Swing with both their monsters. Exo player down to 1500. They need a body to make a comeback. They draw Stella. Summon Stella. User effect, summon Stella. Overlay them both for Michaelis. Activate Returnia. Chain Michaelis effect, targeting the back row. Banishing Ecclesia and the back row. The other back row card was Dogmatica Genesis. And Exosister. Oh no, the other effect of Returnia will then resolve to banish Adin. Michaelis will detach a card, add packs. Michaelis Punch. Pass turn to the Dogmatica player, only needs 700 damage to win. Uses Adin, summoning itself in defense mode. That's it. Player draws Sophia. Use Michaelis' effect, detaching another material, adding Exosister Arment. Summon Sophia, use her effect to draw a card. It's evenly matched. That's it. And Exosister player does not read. They swing in with Michaelis at Dogmatica Nation. And Adin cannot be destroyed. Yep, can't be destroyed by battle with monster special from the extra deck. Then Dogmatica Nation's effect activated to destroy a monster that was special from an extra deck that just battled after damage calculation with the Dogmatica. And then the player realized that they shot themselves just straight in the foot, slammed Sophia into Adin, and self-destructed. Read your opponent's cards, people. Claim my gems. Always a sad day when you see that people don't read in the card game. Dark Magician player. Activate Chicken Game. Use the game to pay 1,000. Add get Soul Servant. Illusion of Chaos will add Magician's Rod. Send itself back. Summon the Rod. Imperm on the Rod. Rod not getting a card today. Use Timaeus the United Dragon. Tributing Magician's Rod. Summoning itself. Timaeus effect. Stopped by the second Imperm. Activates Magician's Salvation over Chicken Game. Setting Eternal Soul. Passes turn to the opponent. Opponent activates Magical Mallet. Sending it back 2, draw 2. Activates Numeron Wall. This is gross. Sorry, Numeron Network. Network sends away Calling. Summons the 4 gates. Moves to battle. One swings into Tim. Second one swings into Tim. Third one swings over Tim. Fourth one goes direct. Eternal Soul summons the Dark Magician in defense mode. Main phase 2, the 4 gates are then going to turn into Avramax. Passes turn. Player draws Ash Blossom. Activates Soul Servant, putting Dark Magical Circle on top of the deck. Banish Soul Servant. Letting them draw their card. Activate the Magic Circle. Adds a second Magic Circle. Uses Eternal Soul to summon back their Dark Magician. Magic Circle effect banishes the Numeron network. Passes turn. Duelist A moves right to battle. Avermax swings over the Dark Magician. Passes. Except during the end phase, Eternal Soul to summon back Dark Magician. Maxi chains to Eternal Soul. Sorry. Ash Blossom chains to Maxi. Ash Blossom negate the Maxi's single draw it would have given. Eternal Soul brings back the Dark Magician. Magician's Rod will then tribute Dark Magician, add itself back to hand. Is there a chance? Draws Chicken Game. Summons Magician's Rod. Add Soul Servant. Activate Chicken Game. Activate Soul Servant, putting Magician's Souls on top of the deck. Chicken Game lets them draw a card. Use Magician's Souls, send away Dark Magician Girl, summon itself, activate Dark Magical Circle. Magician's Souls gets rid of 2 spells to draw 2. Makes Verte Anaconda using their Soul and Rod. Anaconda, send away a Fusion Destiny, Eternal Soul Chaining. Dark Magician is summoned. Verte sends away Dasher and Denier. Summoning Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Soul Servant will banish itself. Draw 2. Activate Preparation of Rites. Getting Illusion of Chaos. End turn. This is weird. Player uses Lava Golem to tribute the DPE and the Dark Magician. Eternal Soul. Summon back Dark Magician. Avermax redirects to Dark Magician. Apprentice Illusion Magician uses its effect, discard itself, bump up Dark Magician. Players don't read. Avermax still becomes bigger by 3,000. And that's game. If the Dark Magician player had not have gotten rid of their Chicken Game, they may have been able to last long enough to find an answer. Oh, and here I was just thinking, there were no tier limit games this day. Player activates Rhoda, adding Rhino Heart. Summon Rhino Heart. Rhino Heart send away Havness. Havness use its effect, fusing itself with Mare Lee. Make Kit Kalos. Kit Kalos effect, stopped by Ash Blossom. Kit Kalos other effect, targeting itself, summon Mare Lee from hand, send self away. Mare Lee was summoned, Kit Kalos was sent away. They will both do a mill. Millifew, Millifew. Zeliek was milled, as was Scream. As was Sharon. Sharon will fuse with Kit Kalos to make Rukalos. Scream will add Zeliek. Zeliek will add Havness. Sharon in hand will summon itself, send away Havness. Millifew. Agido was milled. Millifew. Kelbeck was milled, as was Meta Noise, which will target Havness. Shitall Beast was milled. Draw a card. I just want to make sure I clocked that right. Yep. This Tierment player is abusing this poor hero player. Havness is added back to hand. Kelbeck, mill some more. Mare Lee was milled. Shadow Mist was milled as well. So the hero player gets something. Shadow Mist will add Honest Neos. Mare Lee will fuse itself with Shitall Beast. Please don't say Winda. Oh, you're disgusting. They make Winda. Mare Lee and Rhino Heart will then link together. Make Sprite Elf. They set a card. Activate Paralino to add Rhino Heart. Pass to the opponent's turn. You're disgusting. Activates a hero lives. Summoning Stratos. Stratos will add a card, which is Destiny Hero Denier. Moves to battle. Stratos swings at Winda. He won't even let him self-destruct. Player uses Snow, banishing 7, flipping the opponent's Stratos. We were having a good day. All of us were having a good day. until the tier 1 player showed up. Moves their monsters to attack mode. Swing Sharon over Stratos. Rokelos goes direct. Window for the follow-up. And that's game. Well, my high spirits are ended. Speaking of ending, as Tyr decided to rear its ugly head, I'm going to call that the end of this video. If you, yes, you, caught the stream, thanks for watching. And if you, no, the other you, are catching the replay, thanks. Hope you all have a good week going forward. Bye.